Alright, ladies and gentlemen, XDefiant is finally out. If you hadn't heard, the internet is absolutely going insane about this. Well, I should say gamers. Honestly, the internet is more than just gamers. Um, but yeah, there's a lot to talk about with this game. First of all, it's the first Ubisoft game I think I've ever released that I've thoroughly enjoyed, especially a multiplayer game. Um, the game is free, and it just features a bunch of Ubisoft characters. We got the Division, we got Phantoms, Ghost Recon Phantom. I don't know who this is. I've I'm familiar with the Ghost Recon series. I played it growing up as a kid, but yeah, you got Far Cry 6. You know, this might be the best iteration of Far Cry 6, considering how stale their fucking games are. We got Splinter Cell, and look, you can say you got another Splinter Cell game. And then we have the Watch Dogs 2 crew, because we don't talk about the Watch Dogs 3 crew, because no one liked that game either. um, but yeah, there's cute little nods in the firing range, like Rayman Origins, and stuff. And I actually have some tips, so I hope you'll stick around throughout the video. Um, I'm gonna try to make this quick as concise as possible, but no guarantees. Anyways, so this is interesting. This game feels like Call of Duty and Overwatch had a baby, and it was this game, but it wasn't complete shit, unlike the Call of Duty series nowadays, and unlike Overwatch nowadays. Overwatch, just broken game. Call of Duty, skill-based matchmaking. Halo, Apex, these skill-based matchmakings. I'm doing air quotes, you can't see it. But what it really is engagement farmed matchmaking, or engagement optimized matchmaking. It's not based on skill. It's not, or it's so based on skill that they won't, you know, they try to calculate your skills so scarily accurate that it becomes not fun. There's definitely some things they can work on here, but one thing they definitely nailed was making a fun matchmaking system, which I could feel like from basically the first couple of matches. Um, you 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 cannot tell me that this doesn't feel good to play, no matter what skill your level you're at. You know, um, even when we were getting creamed and I felt like I was like the weakest link on the team, I'm still having fun. But that being said, I'm sure they'll add more classes, but every class comes with a passive. The cleaners get their incendiary rounds. The alts, you actually won't see a bunch in the games. You will see them, but you have to actually work for your ult. You can't just sit and heal someone in the back and get your ultimate. Although I think healing people does help contribute to it. But you'll get one a match in a casual match. I think I played a little bit of the beta ranked. We don't have an official ranked playlist or rule set yet. But those matches do seem to last a bit longer than your average casual match. So it could be that you'll probably see one. I don't doubt you'll be able to get two in a match though. But burning them, burning your ultimate, it's very easy to die in your ultimate. There's no invincible ultimates. And I just want to talk about that briefly in a bit here. So these pigs get a flamethrower, their firebomb. Unlike the description, I don't think it's clear enough. You literally got Molotov at your feet, and you're immune to that fire damage. The incinerator drone is a drone that goes forward. It's really nice. In fact, I could probably show these off better. So they finally have practice zone. This is a work in progress. And you can come here and like get your sensitivity settings. Day one, it got disabled, and I wasn't able to do my sensitivity settings outside of a game, unfortunately. But they have they have a firing range, and then they have a gauntlet, which is nice. I don't really like the stuff in there. You got 10 classes to choose from. You're not gonna have a lot of stuff uh, at the start, but it's serviceable. I think they need to have um, players be able to join you in this. I'm pretty sure you can't hook up with friends and then fight each other in here, but a fight pit would be nice. Unless what's coming in the middle, I forget. Um, Abilities and ultras, yeah. There's going to be an ability range, which is going to be very necessary as things get more complicated. But I mean, they even have a spray wall, which is just a white wall for you to check out spray patterns. Like that's very thoughtful of them. This is a very thoughtful range. You can touch out damage drop off. Tells you what the last hit does. 14 body, 17 body, and you can test out like how many shots to kill something's going to take at range. It's very funny. I saw a Twitter post. I watched one video, and I saw someone mention a Twitter post that said Deagle takes like 5 shots to kill. And to that person, you are an idiot. You just need to get better at aiming. It only takes 2 to 3 shots to kill unless you're outside of range. But yeah, as you can see, you can see about what range you can expect your gun to stop being as effective. Shooting lower down the target usually does less damage. Also, you probably if you want to test weapon damage, you shouldn't play the character with the burning incendiary rounds as a passive, but the drone is fucking amazing. Nades can be cooked, and you can just kill people that way. It's pretty solid. Forget, kind of just this is my favorite class. You get access to this like EMP thing. You can get killed in this. People cannot shoot out of it. Your teammates can shoot out of it, or enemies can shoot in it. But nades go right through this thing. Do not be fooled. You will get nade killed half the time you use this shit. Now, is it bad? No. The shield is actually pretty strong on it, assuming the entire enemy team isn't all shooting it at once, but if they're all shooting your shield, then they're not shooting your teammates. And that's why I like the riot shield. I would love to be able to like get a friend in here with me or show you like riot shield angles and stuff like that, and to understand it better myself. But it covers a decent amount in front of you and to your sides. You got this quick melee. It's a decent melee speed. I wish there was a physical thing I could interact with and punch, but it's not possible. And they're nice. They also have the mag barrier. This mag barrier is not as great. If you're looking to stay alive, it lasts for like, what, 9 seconds? 10 maybe? I wasn't paying attention. But it can be canceled early. It's a 30-second cooldown though. Like, the shield comes up in 11. Yeah, it's a 10-second. Okay. But you can shoot through this. It's definitely offensive unless you peek an angle, and you can definitely just melt people. But it's very temporary. This is more of an aggressive thing. It's not really to tank. It's more of just you shoot it out, and you just kind of keep on going. I'm not a fan of it, but I will switch to it when the time calls. I don't even think you can cancel it. No, I don't think you can. And these people have 20 extra health. So these are your de facto tanks that you'll be using. Play these. You do have classes. Now, there's no like tank classes. I would say like, I'm pretty sure they just all have their abilities, but these are definitely meant to be your tanks. Cleansers are definitely meant to be like aerial denial people with their fire bombs. Kind of wish you could throw the firebomb, but it makes it less oppressive because it covers a massive area. If you want to get fire somewhere, you use the drone. If you want to get fire on you, use the other one. The Libertad. The Libertad is actually nutty. Their ultimate is the only ultimate I'll say is like unless you get headshot by a sniper rifle, you're not going down. I would say, but they have this like health boost. There's also nothing to deal damage to yourself to test out healing. But they have this can of healing that they can just kind of do. Yeah, you can still shoot while you're using it, so it's very useful. If you're close quarters, you can just pop it. If you jump out at someone, you can like pre-pop it and just keep shooting. Although hipfire in this game is it's a little nutty at base. The the other one is a healing station. Oops. Uh, More akin to oh, if anyone ever played Dirty Bomb, there was healing stations in that game. It actually reminds me a lot of Dirty Bomb healing stations, except you can yeet this thing actually pretty far. And it likes to bounce a little awkwardly sometimes. I will try to throw it up against a wall and just have it bounce off, and you kind of don't want it out in the open because enemies can just shoot it. But if you ever see this, like a gray smoke, it covers a lot larger area than the smoke suggests. Kind of wish it spread out a bit more. There's a few things I wish kind of just spread out a bit more. It has a 30-second cooldown. I think the other one comes back faster. But one thing, big massive tip, is when your enemies will pop up with health symbols, you don't need these abilities to heal your teammates. These are not your only healing abilities. Wait, is that 34-second cooldown? 35. Why is this? Okay, I think this is boost HP. I think it gives some sort of like extra HP bar. I might have to read over it. Anyways, this is what you'll see. This bio boost container is what you'll see the sweat lords running around with. I've already seen so many matches. Guys, you got people like slide boosting around with like SMGs, like with this, and they'll run away and pop their heal boost. They can just keep on murdering. But the ultimate, the massive healing sign, about the size of the heal thing, but it gives you an extra 100 HP, and it's just constantly recharging your HP. Yeah, this thing is nutty as shit. Now, if you step out of it, you kind of lose it. You can't really like step out of it. But I have straight up gone to a point, slid on it, and just activated it and like murdered people. It doesn't last long at all. None of the ultimates in this game last long. So you have to be very, very careful with your ultimates, just because you just don't get another one that quickly. Unlike other games. This is the most meta character I've seen people use. Its passive is no things showing up on your radar, so you could use the loudest weapons, and you'll never show up on this mini map up in the top left. So yeah, I wonder if there's some way to like zoom out the mini map. I haven't seen settings for that, but yeah, the invisibility is not as invisible as you might think. I've seen plenty of people, especially if you're close, just assume everyone's gonna see you and just shoot them. Don't expect them to run past them. And this character's ult is, I think, the most nutty. It's a one-shot kill. Yeah, like this is the maximum distance, 15 meters, and then but it's still a two-shot. You could two-shot that person all the way in the back, and you get walls. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can't actually see it in here, actually, but you do get walls on everyone. And everyone knows that someone's using the night goggles. There's always there's a specific voice line, but that sound you hear in the background, that like kind of weird, creepy thing, you can totally hear that, and it will be constantly emitting this like weird noise. So if you ever see the symbol pop up, and you hear like kind of staticky sounds, the person with the one-shot pistol is like really, really close, and they can pair it, of course, with their invisibility. Although it cancels out the invisibility, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, can you not? Actually, can you not? No, you can't. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. You can't pair the invisibility. That I fully appreciate that. And also, the invisibility doesn't last long at all either. But yeah, the people use this for various reasons. Mostly because if they're not sneaking around, then they're scanning everything in a decent range around them. That's getting a little annoying, actually. You can't cancel that ability, though. And then the dead sec. I have not seen anyone use the hijack. I've seen two or three people in different matches. The spider bot can be shot. You basically, I don't know if you drop it or you throw it because I can't play as them right now. I will get to that eventually. But the hack jack lets you hack enemy equipment. I think it's probably most useful for like walls. Um, I don't know if you can actually hack like you know fire drones and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that's a no. But the drone is a drone, so I'm assuming you could probably shoot out the uh, the flame drones in the air. Uh, Mag barriers probably hackable. The El Remedio is probably also hackable. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else really hackable in the game except maybe other spider bots from enemy teams. A bullet shield, I don't think you could hack that. But that's just theory because I have never seen any of my shit get hacked. Um, really, but the spider bot is the most annoying thing in the world. Um, it crawls at you, not super fast. You can definitely shoot it out, but usually I'm busy trying to shoot people or you know I'm using my riot shield. I had a match where I had a spider bot jump on my head eh, about 8 different times and get me killed because I was just front running with a riot shield and just playing tank for my team, doing a pretty good job of it, except when the bot jumped on my head, ripped my shield off my head, made me go slow as shit, and deals 20 damage to you. Um, People can shoot the bot off your head though. So if you see a spider bot, if you see someone getting electrocuted in front of you, shoot their face. You can't kill your teammates. Shoot their face, and get that bot off them so they can do something. Um, uh, the mag barrier is very weak. If you know someone's running mag barrier, if you know a lot of people on the enemy team running mag barriers, LMGs are really good because you can just kind of chew through it, and still have plenty of ammo to kill people behind it. Um, Two people shooting at a mag barrier, or even three, just it won't last but a few seconds. Um, the incendiary drones, stay out of their way. I'm trying to think of just general tips for all these things. If you ever see you're scanned by an intel and not the goggles, it will tell you which one's which. Just keep in mind that radius. They're nearby. It doesn't tell you if they're above or below. It doesn't really care. Um, I think it's just a radius based thing. So you won't know exactly what level they're on, but if it's a flat area and you see that, if you're running out of spawn and you see that, don't just keep sprinting because they'll probably just beam you out of spawn. There's a lot of people that like to sit out of spawn and just, you know, kill you because they just run past, they slip through the cracks. And the bio boost, try not to use it just for yourself. Um, I like to use the bio boost if I stick with my teammates, and I like to use a remedio if I'm playing like a more defensive game mode, just because you can just like kind of peek out, take shots, take a few shots, drop back in before anyone gets a chance to mount you. Just play around cover with that. Um, the alts, not much to say about the alts. These people's alts, I'd say it's best for pushing the payload on payload maps, and like holding down a site. I wouldn't play these guys on anything requiring mobility. Not that the make barrier isn't useful in any mode, and the riot shield can be also useful in any mode. But their ultimate is kind of useless outside those. But it's not all about the ult. The extra HP definitely helps a lot too. So I will say that. Um, and I don't know. Everyone plays these. I get multiple matches where it's like almost a full team made of these people. Their passive not showing up on the minimap. I honestly don't even look at my minimap too much. So I honestly think their passive is, it's okay. But I'm not using my minimap mostly because it's not in the right spot for me to look at it yet. And cleaners are just, I think, overall like the best like go-to class. If you're looking to get kills, I think cleaners are the best. You just throw out a drone and people will just, you'd be surprised when people just kind of sit in your fire and die. Um, I frankly don't understand it. You throw this through a choke point. You know, people are on the other side. Sometimes they'll just run in and die. Other times they'll just let someone around the corner as your drone's going out and just walk in and get a face full of explosive drone. Kind of nice. Actually, really nice. But yeah, I'm gonna look these up. The other characters don't make any difference on anything. Um, they're just fancy characters to unlock. They might change their voice lines too. Um, but yeah, what else can I talk about? Oh yeah, my gripes with this game so far. Um, so my gripes with this game so far are the Ubisoft Connect and like playing with friends. I it wouldn't let me um it wouldn't let me play with my friends without adding them on Ubisoft Connect. It's really weird. Um like I could not for the life of me figure out how to get the it just wouldn't I couldn't figure out. It just would not let me invite to party from my Xbox, but I let my friend do it. And I did the same thing for my other friend as well. Um, and so I had issues with that. Um, what other issues was I having? We had troubles finding a match. We got when the same friend was a party leader. So I couldn't invite him. He could invite me. And then when we finally were trying to match with each other, it just would not let us get in a match, and I had to give me party leadership. Um, so that was a weird thing that happened. It only happened once, but you know, still worth mentioning. Just in case anyone sees this, the game chat for me is not working at all. I had to use Discord chat when I was playing with my friend on his PS5. Um, on game chat is not working at all, but I know people can hear me because my friend told me so. So I'm getting like one-way chat in this game, and I've already like I think I can just show you my settings. Definitely take a look through your settings too. Um, but yeah, audio and chat like I have voice chat on. I'm set to public. Um, uh, I got my volume maxed up. Thresholds are there. Um, I'm not really sure like what's going on. Why I can't hear people, but they can hear me. It's it's kind of bad. Because there are people with mics that I could definitely be talking to. Um, but yeah, it's my settings. You're gonna want to mess with these, figure out what you like. If you want to be able to melee during ADS or something. For someone who, I think the quick melee is just like tied to your aiming stick by default. Um, so if you want to be able to like jump out and melee, it might be useful for getting in some combos if someone gets too close while you're shooting them. Just to get a little melee in. I'm not sure how much damage it does because I can't actually melee bots. Unfortunately. But yeah, yeah, this ability, man. By the way, this ability absolutely fucking. If you're having trouble with riot shield users, the flame drone's fine, but you can also just. I had a guy in a match run up to me and just scorch earth me like multiple times. And it's like a 5-second duration. This can be good for if you're. I just played a VIP mode and you get constantly marked when you're the VIP. If you're playing VIP and you become VIP, you can just kind of pop this as you're running around with their like mock speed, which is interesting. It's nice ability here. Um, but I'm trying to think if I had any other issues with this game so far. Very little issues. I am just so surprised of how little issues there are with this game. Um, Especially coming from Ubisoft. Um, the skill based the lack of the skill based matchmaking in this game, like I said, open quotation marks, is like the best thing ever. Um, but uh, yeah, I just I don't know what else to say about this game. You guys, if you're not convinced to pick this game up, then it's fine. It like the finals is such a sweat fest in comparison. And it's not like you're not gonna run into sweaty people in this game, to be fair. But you're not gonna have to be constantly sweating. You can literally just run around with a shotgun, run around, do whatever you want, and like for the most part, especially if you're just in casual, people aren't gonna care. Um, you're not gonna get people. I feel like you're not gonna get people cussing you out, being like, "Yo, why aren't you doing this thing?" Ugh. I mean, I can't hear them anyways because my game doesn't do game chat, unfortunately. Um, but yeah. Also make sure you guys are switching to your pistols if you're running like assault rifles or LMGs to like roll out faster. Um, they actually their game has like a really good like breakdown of can I not view it here? Oh, it has to be, is it in attachments? Yeah, detailed stats. Um yeah, you can actually like see a pretty good breakdown of your stats in this game. Like this is kind of impressive. I wish Apex allowed me to do this honestly, but with the weapon attachments, these numbers and stuff will change the movement. If you want to check how fast you move with the gun, uh, out, I actually, you can just see that it will change based on like what you put on. Like if I put, you saw I had a 1.1. If I put this, it gives me a minus movement speed. And what is 2.5 movement speed? If it doesn't, I'm so confused. Um, Not like what it is, but rather I feel like there's some inaccuracies with this. Not gonna lie. Like this has a negative movement speed, but then I go detailed stats and it says it's still at a 1.1. Um, for me personally, I don't want to reduce my movement with my SMG because I'm using it to go fast. Um, also, what the fuck? Why do you need a 3 times scope on an SMG? The ranges you can shoot this thing. I don't think that's necessary. Um, but yeah, you can kind of just go in, look, see if you got what you want. Actually, my SMG is the same speed as my pistol, so I guess it's not worth it to run that. But yeah, just have fun with the game. Thank you guys for sticking around. Um, I'm definitely gonna be posting some clips about that, so subscribe if you want to see some clips because I had some saucy snipes. Sniping in this game, oh, sniping is just great in this game. I got my like, well, I'm missing, but I'm mostly just trying to show off how snappy it feels. Like, it feels nice. Now, granted, depending on what you equipped for a scope and what you put on, the ADS on this thing is gonna be different. Um, but like I have popped back to back people with this weapon. Um, this thing will guarantee headshot on the head. But also just the upper portion of the body. I'm not exactly sure because there's no like. I wish there was just a player model rather than these cutouts. It says it's a work in progress, so I hope they add a lot more stuff to the firing range. But like, Middle chest 70. And it might have to be at the 7 mark or above. It's hard to tell. So anything above center mass, I guess, is what it seems. But yeah, don't be afraid to like be aggressive with the sniping. Like, it is fun to just kind of just go around, sliding around, jumping and sniping. It might seem a little counterintuitive to play a sniper like that, but like, you're not you're pretty. You can be pretty mobile with the sniper rifle. I mean, you don't even have to duck and slide. You can just stop, take a shot. But obviously, ducking and sliding and then just popping off a shot is gonna be better. It doesn't take much to line up a shot and just dome people. You're gonna get domed by snipers all the time unless you have a riot shield out. But even then, sometimes I think they'll get like just a slightly too much of an angle on you, and then they'll dome like the corner of your head. But yeah, I hope you guys have a nice night. Thank you for indulging me in this little rant. Not rant. That makes it sound like I'm angry. I'm happy. And I will see y'all on the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this game. Let me know what your favorite gun is, what you like running. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. That was